All right, it's going.
Good.
We can do.
We're good.
We
We're
can do.
fucking live.
Yeah, we're live here.
Oh, hey, cereal is breakfast soup. Believe it or not, episode 2. So all three of our listeners get excited because it's not over yet. And I,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, and also to our three viewers that actually care, we've had a terrible, terrible loss. We've had a death in the family, Drew.
Oh
So
no.
Bird has died.
Oh really? He's
he's
dead.
not he's not gonna be with us in this episode. Bird has died. Um, to my understanding, his cause of death was the internet found out that he had a small dick, and he died. He died of small dickitis.
Small dickism.
Small dickitis.
Yeah.
Either that, or he asked for pussy for Christmas from his girlfriend, and she killed him. Either way,
Either way, yeah.
he's not going to be joining. It's kind of like a death sentence, you know. If it's leaked that you have a small dick, you're going to die.
That'll be it. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he'll join us next episode
I don't know,
if he
dude.
gets resurrected.
Do people yeah, we have to go and do like a gay seance to bring him back. Like we all have to like gather around naked and
Yeah.
like shit in a circle to like bring him back. Or we'll have to like spit. I know you hate Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but it would be like when they were like spitting into the kiddie pool to make like a
Oh
phlegm.
yeah, yeah,
They were
yeah.
like making a phlegm man. We
That's
we
fucking
could
nasty.
do we could like all like hack loogies onto his grave and then like have like who's that crazy cult? Not Charles Manson, the other crazy fuck. Like
Which
come and
one?
like pour goat blood on him, and then we'll have Bird come back, but Bird will be
Yeah,
like
I mean, you got to be a
a
little more specific. There's a lot of crazy cult fucks out there. You got to be a little more specific. I mean,
it's not
Charles
Charles
Manson, he's the
Manson.
only one that
Who
comes to thought whenever I
yeah.
think of a crazy cult.
But he unfortunately is no longer alive. What a beautiful man. He went as far as to tattoo a swastika on his forehead. That's commitment.
Yeah,
You gotta
you
be
got to
a
be a crazy
crazy
fuck.
fuck to see.
I don't know,
And
that guy
that's
was fucking nuts.
all those fucking dancing videos of him and all those dancing memes. Yeah, that dude was something else. Anyway, no. So from now on, hopefully, we could get Bird back, but just so you know, when he does come back and if we eventually do the video episodes, we're going to be the two of us, normal humans, and then little small 6 inch tall flesh monster or phlegm monster
A
bird.
bird, yeah. Will it
Because
be like? Wait a second. Wait
he
a
died
second.
of having a small
Will
dick.
it be like the Eric Andre show when they bring back Hannibal and Blanable comes
When they
back?
hit Blanable.
Yeah.
So what would if because Blanable rhymed with Hannibal? So what would Bird like? What would his? Because if there was Bird, then there would need to be like what Dird,
I was just saying
Turd,
turd. Yeah.
We'll call him Turd. It'll be like a little 2 foot tall shit monster.
Well, welcome to episode 2.
Welcome to episode 2. It's just yours truly, Kyle and the Drew Meister,
Yep.
two very heterosexual men, and hopefully Bird. We could bring him back for the next episode. But yeah, we're live. Uh, we didn't record last week because that's when we had our tragic loss. Hopefully, we could get a more consistent record schedule. Hell, I fucking yesterday was Christmas, and you need to get out of your fucking bah humbug little dick bitch mood. Christmas comes once a year, and this whole time you were like, I don't like Christmas.
No, okay, listen. I love Christmas, okay? Christmas is like my favorite holiday next to Halloween. I would probably say it's like my favorite holiday. It's just I just wasn't in the spirit this year. That's it. I don't know. It's just
You were super mad.
yeah,
And
I
like
just wasn't in the spirit, man. I don't know. I don't know what it
I
is.
I joined the party. Was it Christmas Eve? I joined the party. I was fucked. I was like, today is my Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas for the family. And I looked up at my picture of Vin Diesel I have at the wall and I smiled and I said, don't worry, the family will be tomorrow. So I said, I'm going to get super fucked up. And I joined the party and I'm having a blast. I start singing Christmas music and I, you just go, fuck Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. This I don't know. Yeah, this year was kind of fucked. I don't know. I just I wasn't really feeling
Today
it this year.
today Christmas pretty much ends today because then like you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
Christmas was yesterday,
everyone's taking
and
down
then
their decorations and
today is
shit.
the day. No, today is the day that Walmart is busier than Christmas Eve because people have to bring back all the shit that their spoiled kids didn't want.
Yep.
So fucking A. No, I don't think I've been seeing you. I think are you gonna die of small dickitis too? Like, do all three of us have small wieners? First it was Bird. My days are numbered. I got a small dick, dude. I'm not gonna be around much longer. It's like fucking leukemia eating me away. And you've kind of been on like a bit of a bender recently. It all started with Spider-Man when you were uber
Okay,
pissed
wait a second.
at
Wait a second.
Spider-Man.
Before we get into this, can you just give a little bit of backstory for the audience of
Backstory
why I was
of
pissed?
why you're
Why I was pissed?
why you acted like you got a
And for those of you that are listening, no, we are going to be talking about spoilers. So if you don't want to listen to
oh yeah,
spoilers, then
this is not this is for like the next probably 85 minutes of this podcast because Drew's the biggest Spider-Man fan on the face of the earth.
yeah,
You're
that, and
like
then
if
B.
Spider-Man was real, you would be like his stalker.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
what was that chick from remember that show on Nickelodeon, the Amanda Show? Remember she had like that
Oh
stalker girl?
yeah,
You
yeah. It'd
would
be like the
be,
same thing. Yeah,
and she steals the A. She steals the A
yeah.
off of
Oh
Amanda.
wow, yeah, she does.
You would steal the S off of Spider-Man and like shove it up your
Spider-Man.
Spider.
Okay, but yeah, that's what it is. So
This is a
spoilers. Number B. I was
spoiler
about to say number
minefield.
B.
Number
B.
B.
B. I'm not mad because I did not like the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Okay,
Yeah,
you
you
can
enjoyed the
continue.
movie. I also enjoyed the movie, but I'm a reasonable person and can see when there are flaws in something.
Okay,
And
explain why I was pissed.
no, listen, fuck you, first of all. We walked into the theater and they were running this shit off of like Windows XP. I've never fucking seen
Windows
this
90.
shit
Okay,
in
so
my
so
fucking
this is what
life.
happened. Okay, you know what? I'll explain it. So we meet up with some of our friends at Yard House for
You were
dinner.
the only sober person, I feel like.
Yes, I was the only sober person. I wanted to go to this at least the first showing sober. Like I wanted to ensure like I remembered everything. So I can talk about it on the
Which is
podcast. And B,
commitment
because
because you're never sober during any of these movie nights.
Yep, that is true. Yeah, so it's commitment. That's how you know I like it. So we went to Yard House and we ate and everything, and it was about because the movie started at 10. It was 9:30. So I'm like, okay, guys, let's head to the theater so we can see previews and all that stuff. So we get in the
This
theater.
guy actually wants to watch the trailers.
Oh yeah,
for some reason.
a lot of people like to watch the trailers just so they can see what's coming out next.
Trailers used to be cool, but now they spoil the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But anyways, so we walk in and we're seeing it at the Dolby, one of the Dolby Cinema theaters they have out here. And
dude, I didn't even know what Dolby was. I was like, you mean IMAX, right?
no,
It's
yeah,
again a symptom of dying of small dickism as you start to not know what things are. Yes, I have a terminal case of small dickism.
yeah. And so, anyways, so we walk into the theater and we sit down. Right, really nice theater. This is the first time I'm ever in a Dolby Cinema theater before. And I gotta say, the overall experience of it was really good. Like the 60 foot, I think it's like 60 feet or something like that. The projector screen, obviously the seats are a plus. Like the vibrations they have in the seats of explosions and shit go off. The audio
you
was
actually
really good.
your asshole actually vibrates like it's a sex toy during an explosion.
Yeah, it's pretty
like,
good. It's
I was
pretty
about to
good.
like dump a load all over John and the NPC next to me.
So anyways,
come on the girl in front of me.
Oh no.
Like fucking Green Goblin comes out and blows some shit up.
Oh yeah,
vibrates my ass and I fucking nut on the back of this bitch's head.
Yeah. So anyways, so we sit down and we're getting comfortable and everything like that, right? And I wouldn't even call them. I don't even know if they're considered previews, like the pre-show previews. I don't fucking know. But anyways,
yeah,
like the ad reels. Yeah, they're like more like ads.
Shit.
Yeah, they're more like just like ads. They're not really like actual like
fucking
previews.
Movie crashes.
So what happens is that the ads end, right? So the ads end, and then all of a sudden the screen goes to black, right? And you're just expecting, for the theater to go dark
The
and for you
fucking
for the previews to start, right? Well,
you
that doesn't
asshole.
happen.
The
That
lights
doesn't
turn
happen.
on.
The lights stay on, and we're
The
sitting
lights
there for
turn
I
on.
think I'm sitting there for like 30 seconds, and I look at
Dude,
Kyle and I'm like, dude, something's wrong. Like
bro.
something isn't right. Like this isn't right. We're
They
sitting
had
there for maybe 3
20
minutes.
minutes.
No, I would
No,
say no. At this point, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, right?
the whole endeavor was like 20 minutes, I
Yeah, the
feel
whole
like.
endeavor was like 20 or 30 minutes, but we're sitting there for let's call it 5 minutes, right? And at the bottom of the fucking screen shows the
It's just
taskbar for
fucking wet.
Windows 95 or Windows 98, whatever the fuck it is.
It wasn't even like I could get there like, oh, they probably have like a like you know how companies have like programs and things like that. It's probably like an AMC program on like a computer and they're just streaming it because things are digital now. This bitch straight up like it was like not even Google Chrome. Like this bitch straight up looked like you first grade 2002 and you're on like the fucking box computers
Yeah.
doing like fucking typing lessons.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so the taskbar showed up, and I looked at everybody and I was like, "This is going to be my luck. I am not going to be able to see this movie." And keep in mind, for anyone that's listening, I have been looking forward to this movie
You have been looking forward
it was rumored that Alfred Molina was going to come back as Doc Ock.
dude, ever since they said that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say
Oh
it.
God. Okay,
I
so
was gonna make another joke about you getting raped in the ass by or you and Spider-Man having gay sex.
yeah, no, that's not happening yet. It's not happening yet.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yet.
yet. So anyways, so we're sitting there for maybe like 15 minutes, and again, I'm fuming. Kyle makes a video on Snapchat,
I'm
and
on
I'm fucking
Snapchat
fuming.
as Sterling is just actually to say, you know that part in SpongeBob when Patrick opens his mouth and is just getting a fat load of snowballs dumped into his mouth, like
Yeah,
like the snowball machine gun.
yeah, yeah.
Sterling is like actually doing that with this fucking popcorn.
Oh yeah, he's like shoveling
And
popcorn into his mouth.
you're
Yeah,
so pissed at me because I'm laughing and I was like, I love being an asshole. And I was like, dude, don't get your hopes up for anything. This movie's gonna suck. You're gonna cry and then you're gonna fucking kill yourself. So you're looking straight at me through popcorn being shoved in this man's orifices. And you are like uber pissed at me.
oh yeah,
You're
I was
like
livid.
giving me the fucking death stare.
Oh yeah, I was pissed.
John next to me, who's I don't know what elements of the periodic table he had in him. He befriended an NPC. There was like this dude sitting next to him on the end that he made friends with. So I wasn't friends with John anymore at this point.
Yeah.
So
So, anyways, so we're sitting there. Yeah, like 20 or 30 minutes goes by. The movie starts. Thank God. And they don't do like the previews or whatever because again at this point it's like 10:30 at night on a Thursday, and so they skip the previews and they go straight into the movie. And I've got to say I've told Kyle this, but that movie in my 9.5 out of 10.
because
100%.
you suck Spider-Man's dick, bro. That movie is
It's not
like an
even
eight.
that. No, it's not
It's
even
like
that.
an
It's a
eight.
good fucking movie.
Okay, yeah, I
So
did
what?
say
So
it's
here
not a good movie. But
let's rewind a little bit.
you're
Hey,
being
listen. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
biased
Listen.
toward
Let's rewind a little bit. Okay, so the movie starts, right?
can we our rewind sound is the sound of you sucking fucking Spider-Man off.
Yeah. So the movie starts, and what it is. So it takes place like right after Far From Home, right after Peter Parker, or that is shown that he's Peter
These are
Parker, the
all
Spider Man.
parts of the movie that are like cool though. The problem that I had, listen, we already know like there's no reason to spend like 30 minutes on the podcast breaking down the whole movie because you love the movie, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to like it. I'm just saying. They fucking sabotage the shit out of themselves. Halfway through the fucking movie, they have the most amazing scene in the whole movie. Willem Dafoe, like they think like Willem Dafoe pretends like he's not the Green Goblin anymore. And then there's like this huge moment where Spider-Man's fucking spider sense goes off for like 8 years. It's like the longest scene in fucking history. And then Willem Dafoe is like grabs all like the lab equipment or whatever, and it's like, oh shit, he's the Green Goblin, and it turns into like a fucking Dragon Ball Z match where Willem Dafoe is like throwing
Yeah,
Spider-Man through walls and shit.
can we talk about that for a minute? Dude,
like
Willem
like
Dafoe
literally,
became
I'm
Stone
gonna
Cold Steve
fucking
Austin. He
edit.
was fucking suplexing
He
motherfuckers through
literally,
the he was
yeah,
suplexing Peter
he
Parker through like the whole
fucking
building.
took him to WCW Monday Nitro. I want to have like the fucking gif of him picking him up, about to throw him at the wall, and it does the fucking Eric Andre thing, the "we'll be right back" shit,
Yeah.
because he fucking brings the whole building on his head, and then he fucking kills Aunt May. By the way, we said spoilers earlier in this episode, so fucking
So yeah, if you're still listening and you get pissed off, that's on you.
if you're still listening, fuck you. We gave you a fair warning. Now I'm gonna get back to chopping my own dick off. Now, I fucking he kills Aunt May. Huge setup. They're like, okay, cool. Willem Dafoe is the main villain of this fucking movie. Then, like it's nothing. They're all the Spider-Man sit down. It's like a 30-second scene. They sit down and like, okay, we have a cure for Green Goblin, Sandman, the Electric Man, all this. It's like so convenient. It's like so lazily put together. They couldn't think of any more creative way to stop all the bad guys. They were just like, okay, it was just like so like just thrown at.
Well, that's the
it,
thing. The reason why they wanted to stop it
it's
that way is because
whack.
because Tom Holland wanted to save them.
I can't hear you. All I could hear is sucking noises.
Well, no, but listen.
Can I have my own opinion? Can I have my own opinion?
No,
listen,
no.
listen,
I'm not.
listen,
Yeah,
no,
you're good.
Stop. It's not the fact that they did this. They also sabotaged themselves because you think, okay, Willem Dafoe, even besides how lazily written and convenient that is, now you think, okay, Willem Dafoe, there's going to be a huge final battle. After that scene, you see him for literally 4 seconds. At the end of the movie, he flies in on the glider, literally does nothing, gets knocked off the glider, and then gets his ass kicked. Nothing fucking happens. They deliberately sabotage themselves and like rob the audience, like the anticipation of a massive battle. You get fucking robbed.
So this was my argument that I had against Kyle, because we were talking about this a few days ago. Is that it's the psychological torture that he puts fucking Tom Holland. You know, he doesn't have a lot of physical action on screen. I do agree that he probably should have gotten a little more physical action, but that's obviously, that's just me nitpicking.
All he did was roll up and go, "You have a small dick, Peter," and then got his ass whooped.
What is up with you and talking about dicks on this episode?
Dicks,
yeah,
because we lost a good friend to small dickism. That's why I'm mourning. I'm grieving the loss of our dead friend.
You're grieving the loss of dicks.
I'm grieving. I'm grieving the loss of dicks over 6 inches.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a second.
It's not Spider-Man. Okay, listen.
Back to what I was saying.
You threw a whole bunch of facts at me of whatever Spider-Man. You said this is the greatest movie ever. Bold statement. So you're saying it's better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
In my opinion, yes.
Get the fuck out of here. Better than Donnie Darko?
Yes.
Dude, oh my!
I don't think it's everyone's best movie ever. Like, everyone's got their own taste. Everyone, in my opinion, the way that I enjoy movies and the way that they brought back the nostalgia and everything like that, and how they did everything. Yes, I do. Like, in my opinion, this is my number one movie. Not saying it's everyone's number one movie. It's not the greatest fucking movie that ever.
What if it's a number 2 movie? What if it's a number 3 movie?
But it ain't.
What if? Hey, I'm gonna even go as far as to say this. This might be illegal in some states, but I'm gonna do it anyway. What if it's a number 4 or 5 movie?
That's pushing it. Okay, anyways,
this movie's not even in my top 10.
But anyways, what I was talking about before is the psychological shit, right? And so
yes, he told him he has a small PP. You can't deny the fact. No. Stop. And we're not even going to enter into the realm of like the bit I mentioned about this, because this is sheer fact. They didn't deliver, okay?
They did, though.
They didn't deliver. Incorrect. Okay, so anyway, you can see where this is the political debates of November 2012, Mitt Romney, Obama. I'll be the black man. Okay, so I can't do an Obama voice.
I mean, this is better than arguing about politics. I can tell you that.
This is better than arguing. I
But
think, you know what's a good argument? You know what's a good argument is whether or not, if you're in prison and you're going to get raped, if you negotiate with your raper, where you're going to take it. You're going to take it in the ass, you know, or is it going somewhere else? Now that, my friend, would be a heated fucking debate. It's almost like negotiating with hostages. It's like
I mean, if you, I mean,
it's
if
like
you
trying
kind
to
of,
negotiate hostages away from an assailant.
yeah, I mean, if you know, like, if you're gonna get, if you're in prison, right? Like, I mean, yeah, if you know you're gonna get raped, there's not really much you can do about it. You can tell the guards, but they're probably not gonna give a shit. So
The guards are probably gonna film it and like sell it to
yeah,
Pornhub.
who fucking knows? But I mean, they're not gonna give a shit, you know. So it's like, yeah, that'd be a very heated debate. You're like, hey, listen, big tuna.
Big tuna.
Yeah, I don't
Big
fucking know.
tuna.
I was watching. I
That's
seen some
like a
shit of
fat,
I
that's like
seen
what
some
you
shit
name
of
a
The Office.
fat girl's pussy. Big tuna.
Yeah, I was watching The Office, and that I don't know. That's made me think of any of us. But yeah, big tuna. All right, listen, we know this is gonna go down, right? Like, there's nothing I can do to stop you, but please
But please
don't hurt
have
me.
mercy.
Yeah, have mercy.
don't, 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 what is that from? Don't hurt me. Oh no, I'm thinking of like the one where like the girl rapes the priest and he goes, "No, don't. I'm a virgin."
Oh yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
he rapes the fucking priest.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my
Anyways,
fucking
we're tapering
Lanza.
off.
We're
Spider-Man,
tape Spider-Man.
amazing
Yeah.
movie. I love that
Good.
they brought Andrew Garfield. I'm honestly like Willem Dafoe. Obviously stole the show, but also Andrew Garfield did too. And I've had this take for a very long time, and a lot of people didn't agree with it. Is that Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man? He was the best Spider-Man hands down. Like, he
No,
was
you
the
know what the
most.
best no. The best Spider-Man is that like old Chinese one where he fucking shoots
Oh,
the
the
gun.
Japanese. The from the
Spider-Man
Japanese
with a
ones.
gun.
Yeah,
Spider-Man with a
he
gun.
had like an MP40 or something like that. He
He
like
had a
yeah.
fucking MP40. And
But yeah,
that's
Andrew
such an
Garfield was
effective
fucking amazing.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it
Killing
really is.
motherfuckers. Holy crap, dude.
But Andrew Garfield, fucking amazing. I loved the scene where he saved Mary Jane. He got his redemption from Gwen Stacy, which he desperately
He
needed.
fucking managed to keep alive, breathing pussy. You know what I mean?
But it was just like the emotion behind it, like the
It
emotion
was
on with his like that he
that
had,
was
like
your
he
Christmas.
has
That was your Christmas present.
such
This
a good
movie was
performance. It really was.
your Christmas present. Other than shit, I don't even know. When you also, I'm gonna mention. I almost forgot to bring it up. I deliberately didn't say anything because I was like, this will the fucking pop filter box, dude. When I opened it up, I got blasted, bro. It was
What are you
like
talking about?
opening I thought I was opening up a fucking anthrax envelope. I got blasted with like the scent of weed, bro.
Oh wait, really?
I'm serious.
What the
It was
fuck?
like a quick dispersal. It was like someone laced it. It was like fucking like a weapon.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't me.
Like
That must have been
fucking
the Amazon warehouse.
I imagine you like Crane like fucking like opening up like lacing like fucking weed and it'll be like this will be the Christmas gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, it's
Like
like
just
it's like a puff of
make
fucking
me
it's like a puff of gas
fucking
instead of fear toxin. It's fucking just
high,
straight
making me
THC.
high as shit and
Yeah,
fucking die.
yeah. I apologize, but that was not me. That
What do
was
you
not me.
yeah, that would have been a fucking good Christmas present. I think I'll next Christmas I'll do that is we should deliberately try to like not fuck with each other or I mean guess fuck with each other, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
swindle.
I might like get you like a nice Rolex watch, right? Like oh, like here's a beautiful idea. I'll get you a Rolex watch. Like when we become rich off of this show that's gonna fail, I'm gonna get you a Rolex watch, and then I'm gonna give it to you for Christmas. Like what I'll do is I'll like maybe invite you, like maybe I don't know, like I'll invite John and get book some people over for like drinks, kind of like for a Christmas party, and I'll be like, okay, I got you your Christmas gift. and I'll attach, like, you know how dildos have suction cups? I'll like attach like a dildo to like my fridge, and I'll put the Rolex on it.
Oh, you'll put
So
the.
that way I'll be like,
Oh
"Merry
no,
Christmas," but then you have to get the Rolex off of
off the
the
deal. I mean, I don't.
off the dildo.
I mean, I don't. As long as it's not used, I don't give a fuck.
It's not okay. Then I'll make sure I give it a bird so that my bird can shove it up his ass, and then I'll put the
Oh
Rolex on
no.
it.
Yeah, that ain't. I mean, I would probably. I mean, I would still do it. I mean, I would still grab it, but I'd probably have to take a shower afterwards and
Take a
fucking and
shower. You just
pray.
wash your hands.
No, and pray. That's what would have to happen.
Pray.
Yeah,
Roll out your fucking praying mat and
yeah.
fucking. That'd be good, dude. Fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then also, I really feel like the apex of that is just gonna be like fucking just like hookers and shit. Is I feel like what the ascension there is like one Christmas, it's gonna be like Rolex on a dildo, and then like next Christmas is gonna be like I don't know, what's something small? Like I don't know, like maybe shit, I don't know, like a pair of sunglasses, like a really expensive pair of sunglasses, but it's inside of a pocket pussy and you got to fish it out.
Uh,
And then the step above that is going to be just strippers and cocaine. Or
okay.
you're going to
Yeah.
be like pussy. You're going to be like, what do you want for Christmas this year? Pussy. I want
You'd be like, all right,
and
I'll
then
make it happen.
Bird, we're gonna have little 6-inch turd that had to replace Bird after he died. He's gonna be like, "Don't! I asked my bitch for pussy for Christmas and she killed me. No one gets pussy for Christmas for free."
Well, he'd be like the Grinch.
But be like the Grinch, a little shit,
Yeah.
acting like a little shit. I think if he listens to this episode, I think he's. I'm gonna start next episode. He comes in is instead of calling him Bird, I'm gonna call him Turd, and I'm gonna keep doing it until he notices
Until he
and says
notices.
something. Until he notices and says something.
Just do it. Yeah, just do it so nonchalantly. Like don't
I'll
even
do
like
it
don't
very.
even make no big deal. Just be like, oh yeah, hey guys, welcome to Cereal's Breakfast Soup episode 3. This is Kyle. This is Turd, and this is Drew. Like just very naturally.
Just very
Yeah.
naturally entering. That's how you like all naturally mindfuck him. I might be able to subliminally brainwash him into thinking his name is actually Turd.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll turn him into like a little sex slave. That'll be
That ain't right.
That'll be the ascension. Rolex on a dick, sunglasses and a pocket pussy, strippers on cocaine. Then the step above that is me brainwashing Bird and giving him to you as a sex slave for Christmas.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate the
I'll
thought.
fucking put Bird. Imagine Bird in the fucking like Pulp Fiction like gimp suit with the red ball cap.
Oh no.
Fucking Bird. We were by the
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
The army fucks me in the ass like I'm a gimp.
Here's the thing though is you don't even have to turn Bird into a sex slave in order for him to dress up like that. I feel like he would just do that now. He would just be like, yeah, fuck. He would just do it for the just be funny. Like he would just do it now. But would I be able? Speaking of before when we were talking about how Walmart's probably crazy today, people returning gifts. Would I be able to return that gift to Walmart? Do you think I can like walk into Walmart with Bird like on a chain and be like, oh yeah, I'm here to return my sex slave?
I thought you were talking about the pop filter that smelled like weed for a second.
No. I was talking about Bird.
I was like, you're gonna go to Jeff Bezos' house and be like, hey bro, have a whiff.
Yeah, but like
he could probably use it after that divorce. Yeah, fucking he could probably use it after that divorce he just had.
Oh, he just had a divorce?
You didn't know that? Yeah,
Dude,
his wife
his
wife. Well, it's funny because his wife stole half of his money.
Oh shit.
So yeah,
well,
his ex-wife.
He still has a shit ton of money left over.
You would have to show, honestly, if you went in a Walmart with Bird on a leash and Bird like walking on all fours like that, they would take one look and be like, "Do you have a receipt?" They wouldn't even give a fuck.
I'll take it to a really bad part of town. Like I'll take them to a really bad, bad Walmart, like a really bad.
Take them to like a liquor store on D Street, dude. Like walk them into like fucking like discount liquor.
They'd probably just look at me and be like, "What the fuck?"
crazy homeless fucks. And then you'll walk out and you'll see like some prostitute on meth, and she'll be like, oh, she'll try to like get in on you guys, you know? What I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
And then that's when you have to be firm. That's when you have to be firm. It's like, no, okay, we stop giving pussy out for Christmas. It's too dangerous. We only want dicks around here.
Jesus Christ.
You should.
How did we go? How did we
tie
go
his
from? How
balls
did
in
we
a
go
knot.
from Spider-Man to talking about Bird on a fucking leash?
It's because I
Yeah. Uh-huh.
we're fucking checking shit off, okay? Saint Nick has a list and he's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice, okay? And you little slut, Bird's gonna come up to you all fours, and you little slut, you've been on the naughty list.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. It was so dude. I don't know what the fuck happened. I was awoken from my slumber last night. Okay.
Last night.
Yes, to the sound of what it sounded like the fucking feds were trying to kick my fucking apart. It was literally like that Rainbow Six Siege meme where all the dudes fly in and break into that room. It was like they tried to do that, but like had like a fail and like just smacked into my window, but didn't hit it hard enough and just bounced off my whole apartment like that. And it kept going. And my house or my fucking apartment, because I have that dumbass pussy ass tree next to my window, full force was getting hit against the fucking windows.
Did you go and check it out?
Dude, it was.
Was it just the wind? Oh yeah, it was just the wind.
It was raining and windy hard as fuck, and I can't believe that wasn't happening up in Hendo either. My shit was getting fucking wrecked. Matter of fact, let me look at the balcony. I can't believe all my shit is still on the balcony. That I thought the first thing in my head, I popped up like I was still a little high. I woke up and I was like, I bet my shit's flying everywhere. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get up. So
yeah, wouldn't have that been something? That would have been a good content. Yeah, but like, oh yeah, Kyle got swatted today.
If I got swatted, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna happen. Like people are gonna like call the SWAT teams, and like their order is gonna be to like pull down my pants and fuck me. Like that's gonna be like in like like you know how Domino's like you put delivery notes, like it's gonna be like SWAT notes. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm sure they'll pull down your pants and fuck you legally. I don't think any physical dicks would be involved. But yes, I do think that you would get fucked in the ass.
Imagine if like I'm gonna do that next time I order Domino's. Is what I used to do is I used to always type in the request. I used to always type draw a wizard on the box, and no one ever did it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start like making sexual advances. Like I'm gonna be like.
I'm pretty sure you'll get banned from ordering Domino's.
Leave it there. Like leave the shoe box. Or leave the shoe box. Leave the pizza box and leave a shoe on and put your shoe on top of it. Or like put your sock on the pizza.
Ew.
Or something like that.
Ew, what the fuck? They'll probably just look at it, think you're a fucking weirdo, and just fucking ban you from ordering Domino's.
You can't get banned from Domino's.
I'm sure there's a way. I doubt it would be that you individually would get banned. Maybe the address would get banned. Like if you try to order it, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we can't deliver to this address." I mean, I'm sure they can't do anything about you picking it up. Like, what the fuck they gonna do? Especially with like us, you know, you have to go in with a mask and everything. Like, they're not gonna know who you are. Yeah, but I'm sure there is a way. I'm sure there's a way that they can block deliveries. Like, nope, we can't deliver to this address anymore. I mean, shit, you should know. You work for them.
I did work for them for like 2 weeks. You know, this sounds like a good Florida man story. I'm going to see. Hang on. I'm going to look up Florida man Domino's. Oop, I just typed in Florida Domino's. Florida man Domino's.
It's probably like Florida man feeds whole pizza
so here we go. We've got, hang on. We're loading a post here. 346-pound Florida man punches Domino's pizza guy for forgetting his garlic knots.
God damn. That's America as fuck, bro. I mean, shit, I would too if they forgot my garlic knots.
Yeah, right here. Florida man punches Domino's pizza delivery boy who forgot garlic knots. Now, what do you think they did with him? Because how do you ban someone from? It's not like getting banned off of like Xbox. You know what I mean?
It's
How
they
do you
probably.
get fucking
I'm
banned
sure.
from Domino's?
I'm sure they have like a corporate database, or I think again, this is just me assuming. I don't fucking know what they got, but I would assume if they're actually a good company, they would maybe have like a database or something where they have the input the addresses or whatever. And it'll show like if like the address is blocked, like if you try to order online or call in the store or whatever, and just in the database, it just has it as blocked.
There is no
I'm
way. I
sure
don't
there
think
is.
it's.
Like,
There's
dude,
no
if you were to call
way.
Domino's and be like, "Hey, can I
Just
like,
ask
hey,
them.
it'd be like, hey, can I get a large cheese delivered to me right now?" They're like, "Okay, yeah, cool." And then they get here, you open the door, and like if you whip out your dick or like you do some crazy shit to like scare the driver and like make them like run away or like mortify them. Of course, they're gonna go back and be like, "Hey, don't fucking deliver to this address." You know what I mean? Maybe just that for that particular store. I don't know, but maybe they have a way to block it out of the corporate database.
I mean, we had suspicious addresses, but it was mostly just to prevent you from being robbed.
Oh, really?
But I don't remember how in depth that was, though.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's not in depth. Maybe
I don't know.
maybe
Hey,
maybe they don't give a
motherfucker,
fuck.
I've been waiting 2 months for you to tell me more about DC. All I had was I had you send me a bunch of D-Day pictures, which is a good meme, but I want to know more like about like the crazy protests out there. Were there any like naked old men trying to like nail 2x4s to their dick? Like what
Um,
happened in DC, bro?
so I had to go to DC
You had to
because
go, yeah,
my
funeral. It was a
yeah,
funeral,
it was a
right?
funeral, yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P.
And
And you saw some crazy shit though, is what
yeah,
I
so
understand.
I got some notes pulled up. So what
You
it
got some
was,
notes pulled up,
so first of all, we
taking notes on the people of Washington D.C.
so first of all, we get to the airport, right? And this is when the first fucking disaster happens.
Oh, you fucking were too high in the airport, huh?
Yeah, I took a gummy before before we had to go on the plane because
One
I wanted to
measly
sleep.
ass gummy.
Well, I wanted
One
well
measly
yeah
ass
because I
gummy.
just wanted to sleep. I wasn't trying to get high or anything. I'm just like, all right, yeah,
And this
I just want to
one
sleep a bit.
gummy whooped your ass.
Yeah, and so I'm fucking walking around. We go through TSA whatever, and I took the gummy like right before we got into the airport. So we go through TSA and all that, and we're walking through the airport, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get a beer or whatever before we got to go on the flight because we still had like a good like 45 minutes until
Yeah, dude.
our plane was boarding. So I went to the
You
bar.
should have hit the slots there. McCarran, like when you walk into McCarran, when I brought Lippold, I was like, just slot machines there in the terminal. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, well, I'm not retarded and I don't gamble. So, anyways, uh, I go to the bar and I'm like, hey, yeah, can I just get like a Corona and lime? And the guy's like, oh yeah, you want a shot with that? I'm like, yeah, sure, fucking why not? And so I he's like, oh yeah, can I just see your ID really quick? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I take out my wallet and like I go to reach for my ID and it's not in there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I have a
Oh
specific
my
place in my wallet
goodness.
that is there. And I look and my ID's fucking gone. And I'm panicking. I'm having like a fucking panic
you
attack.
you start panicking because this guy cards you and you don't have your ID.
Well, I started panicking because if I
Oh
didn't
my
have my ID, how
Lanta.
the fuck was I going to get back from Washington D.C.? Because you have to go through TSA. Like they
Yeah,
have
but
to check your ID.
you were still at McCarran though.
Right, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to be able to go. I'm just going to have to go back home. And so I'm panicking. I call up my aunt. I'm like, hey, I lost my fucking ID. Like I don't know where it's at. She's freaking out. And
Yeah, dude.
I almost go back all the way to
They're gonna
security.
send you to the gulag, bro.
I almost go all the way back to security. I go back on the tram and I'm like heading back towards security because I'm like, hey, maybe like I left it at TSA on accident. My aunt's calling up TSA and she calls me and like, hey, they don't have it. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm about to walk out of the doors to like walk out of the airport at this point, like to like go back and try to go through security and shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to make this flight. And she's like, can it be anywhere else in your wallet? I'm like, no, like I only keep it in one specific spot. And so I'm like, do you know what? I'm gonna take apart my entire wallet to see if I can get it. And sure as shit, it's right behind my debit card.
So your own stupidity induced a fucking like panic attack while you were high as shit in McCarran Airport.
Yeah, yeah. So that did it, and so I found my ID. I was like, okay, cool, like everything's good, and I go back. I take the tram again, and I meet up with my aunt. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I do go back. I do want to go back to the bar, but I just have a beer. I didn't take a shot or anything. So
Dude, if I would have needed liquor to calm me down after
yeah,
that, dude.
that shit was fucking wild. So anyways, I get on the plane, right?
Yeah.
And it was my aunt sitting to my right. It was me sitting in the middle, and the window seat was up, so somebody had to sit in the window seat. I'm not fucking joking you, bro. There was a monk sitting next to me.
On the plane?
It,
Wait,
he
how
was
many?
he was an
Wait,
actual monk. Like he like full
it
get
wasn't.
up.
It wasn't 3 seats to a row. It wasn't you,
No, it
Dawn,
was
and Demo.
well, no, because the my uncle and then my two cousins, they were on the other. They were in their own row. Like they were on the other side. They were in like
So
the row next
so
to us.
you did the monk have the window seat then, or
Yeah,
did
the
you have
monk.
the?
Yeah, no, the monk had the window seat. So check this shit out, dude.
So
So
like
he was
straight up,
straight up monk.
like he looked like fucking Aang from
Yes,
Airbender, like the
literally,
robe, all that.
exactly. And I was
You
like,
saw fucking the
no,
last
but
Airbender on the plane.
and he was sitting next to me. The guy was really nice, but like I was like, there's no fucking. I'm like,
He
Dawn, is
gets
this
up.
guy?
They're about to.
Is he a monk?
They finish boarding. He gets up and he goes, "All right, people of this airplane, I am the pilot. I will use my airbending powers to lift this plane up." And he
And then
fucking
he flies the plane using
he
his
flies the
airbending.
plane using his airbender fucking powers.
Yeah, so yeah, he was a legit monk, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, Dawn, like is this guy like legit? She's like, I don't know. And the way that I knew that he was legit, because I was like, maybe he's like cosplaying or something. I'm like, I don't know, maybe like there was like some convention or like he was dressing up. I don't know. You don't see that every fucking day. You don't see an actual monk. And he fucking like he opens up his phone, and I just so happen to glance on it. He has a picture of his master, like who I'm assuming it was his master. It looked like
Fucking Master Oogway, was it like a turtle or some shit?
it was essentially a really old guy wearing the same like robes as him,
Oh
and
my
I'm
God,
assuming
dude.
that was his master, and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's legit. This guy's an actual
That's
monk.
nuts, dude. He was probably going back to the monastery.
Maybe I don't know.
He probably went on a bender. That's probably why he's in Vegas. He was probably like, fuck being a monk. I want some pussy and I want some drugs. And he went on like a 2-day bender. And
Yeah,
he's like, no one at the monastery will know. I must go back to my people
yeah, and so
now. The fucking monk in
yeah.
the Luxor with like a girl on each arm. He's snorting
Oh
coke.
yeah, and snorting fucking coke off of the goddamn poker tables and shit.
Oh.
Anyways, so to continue the story, and this doesn't end the whole airplane shit, but this one isn't whack. And so so we get on the second flight, right? And we left at like midnight, so I think it's like it's got to be like 4 or 5
Dude,
in
you
the
had a
morning.
layover. Where was the layover?
Uh, where was the I think it was in Virginia, maybe. No, it wasn't in Virginia.
What?
No, it
Virginia?
wasn't in
There's no
Virginia.
way.
No, it wasn't in Virginia. Honestly, I think maybe it was in Texas. I don't
You
fucking know.
don't know.
I
You
don't
don't
remember.
even know where you lay.
I don't remember. I swear to God, I do not remember.
Yeah, because you were
Anyways,
reeling from panicking over losing your ID.
yeah.
Now,
So
see, now, remember, we lost Bird to small dickism. I'm in the process of dying. What you felt is similar to when you're diagnosed. When you like that diagnosis hits you, like that's like the sense of dread.
my
That
condolences.
like that comes.
I am sorry. My condolences.
That comes
I
over
never want
you.
to feel like that again in my fucking
People
life.
people ask me, they say, what's it like to have a small dick? I say easy. Imagine losing your ID in the airport.
Yeah, that's yeah, that feeling is not great. But anyway, so on the second flight, this one wasn't whacked. I actually think this is like kind of a heartfelt story. So we my aunt, my family's from New York, and they my aunt doesn't know how to shut the fuck up, and she makes friends with everybody. And she's talking to the stewardess and talking to
Oh,
him and
nice.
talking to him about like like what we're going for, and we're going to Arlington Cemetery and all that stuff, right, in Washington D.C. And we're about to land. Like this is I mean that was the beginning of the flight, and towards the end of the flight, he comes on the intercom, right?
The
And he's like, okay,
intercom.
Yeah, like the intercom for like the
Oh
flight.
yeah,
Yeah, you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Duh,
And
duh.
he comes on.
You
He's
talk
like, okay, yeah, we're about to land in Washington D.C. Ronald Reagan. Um, I hope
Reagan
everyone
Airport.
Reagan Airport, and I hope everyone enjoyed their flight. He was like, but we do have a family on board who is honoring their loved one, who is finally putting their loved one to
Oh
rest.
man, was it
Yeah.
like Chili's? Did they give you a cake, bro? Did all the
No, they
stewardesses?
didn't give us a cake, but it was he was like, yeah, there's a family, they're honoring their loved one, and they're getting buried in Arlington Cemetery. And to those of you who may or may not know, you have to either serve or be married to someone who is serving in the military. It's an honor to be buried there. And they're like, can we get a round of applause for this family? And the whole plane starts clapping. I thought that was really nice. The guy did not have to do that. I
So
thought that
what
was really
happened
nice
when
of
you
him.
got into DC, dude? Like where was the crazy shit? Where did the crazy shit happen?
So
I
the
know you
crazy
mentioned
shit
you
happened.
mentioned something about like you saw some type of protest and then there was
Yeah.
like
So
like crazy fucking guy that came up to you, I think is what you
yeah,
said.
so we were staying at the Marriott that went in Washington D.C. So the Marriott is like in the middle. I would say like maybe the middle of like everything, right? Like you're
The
maybe
middle of the middle of the asshole. Yeah.
yeah, you're like 10 minutes away from like walk 10 or 15 minutes walking distance away from the White House, maybe even shorter to be honest with you. Like all the museums are next to you and everything like that, and so we get into our room and our room they're at the windows are huge, right? Really really nice hotel room. The windows are huge, right? And we look out the window. I don't know what they were protesting for, to be completely honest with you, but there had to been like 200 people like fucking out in the
Damn.
streets, like protesting and
Outside the
shit.
hotel? Were
Not
they
outside the hotel, but like down
they
the
might have
street, and you
been
can see them.
they
Like it
might have
wasn't
been
that far.
protesting about how big the windows are. Because you said they were
Maybe,
big windows. They were probably like your windows are too big. We don't want to see people fucking. You know
maybe.
what I mean? Which
Yeah,
is a
maybe. I don't
valid
know.
complaint. It was the people from the building next door
I
that
don't
were tired
know,
of this
but
hotel shit.
here's the thing about Washington D.C., right? Because I was not expect like I was expecting like protests and shit.
But you weren't expecting the fun though. The
I wasn't
fun of
expecting
all
it
of
for it
it.
to be so ghetto out there, man. Like it was
Really?
bad. Yeah, it was really bad. Like I'll give you an example. So this is, I actually haven't told you this yet.
Did a guy come up to you with like a spray bottle of water and newspaper attempting to like wash your car?
Essentially, no. So we had to go. So this is like right after the protest shit, right? We got settled in. We took showers. Everyone's exhausted, right? Because we were fucking flying all night and we're there, and there's a 3 hour time difference, and so everyone's exhausted. So uh we wanted to go get snacks for the hotel room, so we don't have to go out and buy food all the time, and or if we we were just chilling in the hotel room, we can snack. And so we're gonna go to Walmart. And in my head, I'm thinking, where the fuck is our Walmart in Washington D.C.? Because the Walmarts I'm accustomed to,
Dude, this is America.
it's a big ass building, right?
This is America, bro.
I understand that, and
There's a
I understand.
Walmart inside of a McDonald's,
Yeah, no,
bro. Come on.
no, I understand that. I understand that, but I was like, but in the Walmart I'm picturing in my head, it's like an actual building. I'm like, where the fuck? Because like in Washington D.C., like there's like it's kind of like not on the scale of
New
New York,
York.
not on the scale of
Yeah.
New York, but it's kind of a
Yeah.
similar thing.
It's like a
I'm like,
bunch
where?
of
I'm like,
loud
yeah,
people.
I'm like, where the fuck is it? I'm like, where the fuck is a Walmart gonna be? And so
Dude, it was out back in the alley?
no, so it was in a building. Like it was like
Oh
it was
shit.
in like I'm not talking about like a normal Walmart building. I'm talking about like it kind of looked like a apartment building or
I
something.
would assume the Walmart to be inside of a building.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm not talking about like a regular Walmart building. I know my
I understand what you're
description's
saying.
yeah, my description's
I wanted to
not
see how
not
many
that
times
great.
I could milk you saying a normal Walmart
Yeah,
building. I counted 6 normal Walmart buildings. Can we get 7?
fuck you. So,
Can we get
anyways,
7?
we go in the Walmart, and it's yeah. In order to park, they have an underground parking garage. So you go in the underground parking garage and you park your car, whatever, right? And then you have to take an elevator up to the actual Walmart, right?
So were the Walmart people in DC like normal Walmart people, or were they like heightened? Were they like evolved,
Heightened,
like
evolved.
superior? Oh
They were
shit!
evolved, and I will say there was not one person I met in Washington D.C. that was actually like nice. That like they were all fucking rude. Every
I'm
single
sure.
person I met was rude. So, anyways, to because we only have 10 minutes left to cut a long story short.
Oh
Um,
shit! We're okay.
yeah, to cut a long story short. So, anyways, we get inside the Walmart, and The first thing that happens is we're not even in there for 5 minutes, and we hear some fucking nut screaming his head off. And I'm like, what the
Was
fuck
this
is going on?
was
I'm
this the guy that you said was like trying to like nail or like was hurting himself or something? Or am I thinking of a different
No,
story?
I think you're thinking of a different story. No, this guy was stealing something. So this guy, I look behind me and I hear some fucking nut screaming, and I look behind me, and there's this guy, and he's being dragged out by like 4 or 5 security guards from this Walmart, and he's
He's
screaming.
screaming.
No, he's screaming, right, like a banshee, but he's also screaming. He's saying, "I want my motherfucking cookies." The guy was like shoving like cookies in his pants and like trying to steal the cookies.
Why would you shove cookies
He
in
was
your
trying to
mouth, not in your ass?
he was trying to steal the cookies. So anyway, so yeah,
Cookies are meant for eating, not for pleasure.
yeah, so that happened, and we get out of the Walmart and everything. Like I said, like there wasn't one nice person in Washington D.C. Maybe it's the politics, maybe it's
That
just
guy seemed pretty nice to me. I don't
Yeah.
know about you, but that cookie guy sounds pretty nice.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking blast. And so
He's a hero.
we go
He's like-
back we go back to the hotel room, right? We go back to the hotel room, and we're like, yeah, we want to go walk around, like, right? Because the funeral wasn't until the next day. So we're like, you know what, let's go walk around. And by this, it's still like 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier too. And so
what beautiful people did you meet during this escapade?
so there was this homeless guy that was like living next to the hotel, right?
That sounds pretty standard.
So what happened? So no, but this was his spot. Like this was his spot. Like there's no other homeless guys.
Did he have like a TV and an Xbox set up there in the alley?
No, just a sleeping bag and like a shopping cart and shit. But this was his spot though. This was like on the street too. Like this was like it was like next to the hotel, but it was more closer to the street. So anyways,
Yeah.
the guy, we pass by him and we just see a man with like we just see his legs sticking out. Like when we pass by him. And we're like, oh, the guy's like asleep or whatever. And we go and eat. Like we get something to eat. And again, everyone's rude in Washington D.C. I can't even tell you how rude our fucking waitress was. She wound up apologizing to us because she was being such a bitch.
Well, okay. At
But
least she's like, like she.
I guess, but
Did you give her did you give her a tip, or did you give her the tip?
I didn't pay, so I can't tell you. So we're walking back to the hotel, right?
Okay.
And the homeless guy, he's awake now.
Oh,
And
nice.
we walk, and he goes
What
up
beautiful.
so yeah, he's like sitting there, and he looks at me and my uncle because we're walking with each other, like talking, and the girls are up front. And he goes, you motherfuckers should be ashamed of yourself raising people in this society. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And he's just going off about fucking talking about like what's wrong with our society and how we should how we're pieces of shit for having kids.
Dude.
And my uncle's just looking at him and he's like, what the fuck?
Dude, he probably was on so much ketamine, he probably had like a portal to the year like 2055 open and was like seeing like children being like eaten because we didn't have any other food left.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about a couple more things that happened here because again we're running short on time, but just to kind of sum it up, there was that. It's okay. The other significant things that did happen is there. So this was after the funeral, right? This was the same day because the funeral was at like 8 or 9 in the morning, and so this was after the celebration of life because where we had it and where we.
I feel like we're gonna taper off. I feel like nothing's gonna be as cool as that homeless guy that had like saw the future through.
I don't know.
That guy sounds like the apex.
How about a scheme of fucking family performers, like a scam ring of family performers? How does that sound?
He's like the face of Washington D.C.
So check this out. So anyways, we go to the celebration of life. We eat everything, right? And we go out, and there's this kid has to be at least like 3 or 4, bro. Like at least
nice.
3 or 4, right? And he's out there like rapping and shit like that, right? Like he's out there there's like a I don't know if like it's his older brother or whoever it is has like a boombox set up and there's like a beat and everything like that going on, right? And the kid's like rapping, and there's like people gather around and everything like that. And there was like 2 kids, right? There was like the older guy who was like I was assuming was watching over him. This kid who had to have been like 3 or 4, and then maybe like an 8-year-old, right?
Right.
And they're sitting there, they're rapping, everyone's cheering, and there's a whole bunch of people around them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm assuming that it was their sister was going around fucking looking at people's fucking wallets and pockets and shit, bro. She was pickpocketing motherfuckers.
Did you see her like she was like little Catwoman? Did you see her steal someone's wallet?
I didn't see her steal anyone's wallet, but my cousin, he was there, and he goes up to my uncle and he's like, "Hey, pop, like where's your wallet? Is it in your back pocket?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Move it to your front." And he's like, "What?" He was like, "Just do it." And he
That's
moves he
nutty.
moves his wallet up, and I always have my wallet in my front pocket. And so we're walking away, and my cousin's like, they're trying to they're fucking they're thieves, like they're stealing people from shit. I'm like, wait, what? How do you know? And he's like, I seen them eyeing up my fucking wallet and like other people's wallets and shit, and like they were, yeah,
How do
that's
you
what it
know?
is.
How do you know they weren't eyeing up wallets and really just trying to check out asses? Hmm? What if they were just checking out some asses, bro? What
I
if it was
I
like
mean, maybe,
what
but I
if
highly
they
doubt
were
it.
like luring you in? What was that one horror movie where like they used the children to like lure people in? What if it was like that? What if the children they were like it was part of like a like pyramid scheme by like the local police department to capture pedophiles. So like people would be lured in by like the children checking out their asses and then boom, fucking you're on fucking what is it? Live PD or whatever the fuck. Where they that dude that was like
No,
it's
I
like bait
mean,
it's like bait car. You know what I mean?
I know, I get what you're saying, but I highly doubt it. I am 99% sure that
That
is not the
sounds like
case.
a really good t-shirt. Once if we ever make a t-shirt, our first t-shirt should be the pyramid, but it's like the food groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like all the different possibilities of what that could have been. Are they checking out asses? Are they stealing wallets? Is it a pyramid scheme? Like it's the food groups, but it's all
yeah,
like
but
the different,
it's all different
the different,
crimes.
all the different theories on what
Yeah.
they're doing.
So the only other thing that I can really think of off the top of my head that was like a funny moment like that. So this was, I believe, this was either the next day after all that shit, or yeah, I think no, it was the same. No, it was the same night actually. And so, we already ate dinner and everything like that, but my family was hungry again. Like this was at
Yeah.
like maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, right?
Oh, let me guess. You go to McDonald's and there's like someone arguing about like their order.
No, 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 no. So we're in the hotel room, and my uncle's like, "Hey, like, are you hungry? I'm gonna order some pizza from Domino's." Speaking of fucking Domino's,
Huge.
and he's like,
Yeah, Domino's.
I'm gonna order
You
some
know,
pizza
that'd
from
be a good
Domino's
place. That would be a good place to test out if they blacklist you. Go to a hotel room and use a burner phone and see
and
if
see if they blacklist
and
you.
like
Yeah,
whip your dick out in the hotel room to the fucking guy.
yeah. Who fucking yeah? I mean, yeah. Yeah, that would be a good way to see if you're
That's a
blacklisted.
good that's a good way to test the waters on that one.
Yeah.
We're coming full circle. We got fucking showing your small ass dick to the pizza guy to see what happens.
Anyways, to finish out the story, so my uncle calls over the phone to Domino's, right?
Yeah.
Or actually, do you know what? No, I'm
Oh,
mistaken.
dude, hang on.
We
No,
were
I have
trying to
to.
order
I please,
what?
please, let me just say this. This would be such a good plot twist, bro. What if instead of you showing your dick to the pizza guy, what if he beat you to it? Like, what if you open the door and his pants are down, and the
Uh,
pizza guy shows you his dick?
that already happens. It's on Pornhub. Look it up. Pizza in the box? No, I'm dick in the box. Anyway, so I was mistaken. So we wound up ordering Domino's because of this fiasco. So what happened was is that we were gonna order pizza from the pizzeria that was in the hotel, and
Okay.
we call over the phone and we're like, hey, yeah, like can we get pizza, right? And the motherfucker over the phone, like they had such a very, I don't know what nationality they were, but they had such a heavy accent you couldn't fucking understand them. And we were
Nice.
like, okay, we're like, hey, what kind of what kind of pies do you guys have, right? Like what sizes do you have? They go small, medium, large, and extra large. I'm like, okay, how many inches? They say they don't know. And then my uncle goes, this is the turning point. My uncle goes, okay, how many slices comes in a medium pizza? You don't know what they responded with? Medium. That's what they said. How many slices comes in a medium pizza? And the motherfucker over the phone said
Dude,
medium. My uncle hung up and ordered Domino's. That was the end of
that's
ordering from that
like the
place.
closest thing I feel like you could get to like mayonnaise as an instrument. Or like at least in the neighborhood of mayonnaise as an instrument. You're like answering
I guess I don't know, but yeah,
That's like
that's
that's
like
like
the
saying
major.
my favorite number of the alphabet is carat.
Yeah, that's like the that was like all the major stuff that happened in Washington D.C. But
Nice,
we're at an
bro.
hour. We're at an hour, so
Oh shit. How close are we to an hour, dude?
5 seconds.
Nice. Dude, we should honestly formulate a good outro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, yeah.
what we
Eventually, we'll have one.
we should formulate a good hope. We're gonna be start losing money because our ideas are too ambitious.
Oh yeah, probably.
All right, well, everyone who cares, thanks for watching episode 2. And if we're still alive, we'll bring you episode 3. So until then, woo!